Hi, I'm Andrew Berman from NMP, and you're watching another video press release. With me, I've got Curtis Knuth, who is the CEO of Service First. Curtis, thank you for joining us.
You got it, Andrew. Thank you.
So, listen, great to have actually you on camera again. You're in your new space. I'm excited to hear about it, but it's interesting. So, your company has had this kind of growth. Now, right now in our industry, we're seeing this kind of growth, but
Oh,
you
yeah.
and I both know we don't know how much longer it's going to go on.
Yep.
So while you're taking on fixed expenses because your company has been like this, as an industry, we're going like this, but we don't know when it's going to start to hit that roller coaster. So can you talk to us a little bit about what you're seeing out there in terms of, because companies are hiring and, it puts people in dangerous positions when the market turns, because at some point it will turn. I don't know when, but at some point it will start to come down and hopefully go back up again. Talk to us a little bit about what you're seeing out there in terms of that.
Yeah, it's interesting. You and I were talking about this Chrisman article earlier today, and he was lamenting about mortgage lenders going out there and immediately, as soon as the volume comes, implementing HR, right, and hiring, and I think it's an easy, I shouldn't say easy, but an easier way to take care of volume is to put people in it. Hey, we got the desks, we got the licenses, right? Let's put it into place.
Yeah,
I think that, yeah. And the example he was saying was, hey, you've got a shop that's doing 30 loans a month, 10 LOs, and they're doing 3 loans a month. And if you could implement training, and you could implement products or solutions that brought that efficiency up to 3.5 loans per month, right? It gets you about another 5 loans a month, with that group. It makes sense if you can do the business planning to implement, efficiency or efficient solutions, products, and do the product training and training with your investors or your wholesale lenders, whatever. It tends to make a little bit more sense. You go from a fixed cost, a setup with your HR side. Again, you got commissions and all that, but you got a fixed cost more or less. And you go to a variable cost with a solution or a one-time cost with training, right? That variable cost is going to go up and down with the valleys and the hills. Fixed cost is going to stay fixed. Yep. So if you can plan for it and you can, implement it, it's if you can, and even better if you can mix the two right, makes for a good setup.
Well, so listen, when last time you and I met, we talked about some of your clients. So MBA Tech was going on, and you started beta testing some clients. So you have some clients actually that have been, putting this practice into place and have brought those operational efficiencies into place. Can you talk to us a little bit about some of the beta testing that you've done with your clients?
Yeah. So the biggest thing with the beta testing has been that, the biggest is that now we're all getting the same results. When you're doing it manually, when you're determining income manually, it's just the result of having people involved in that process. They're going to look at the same rule book differently. It's just, we get the same thing in appraisals, right? So now if you're creating a single pipe that all of your income determinations have to go down, if you know anything about process improvement, right? You're trying to create a happy path as much as you can for as many of these loans as you can. Yeah. And so
deviations.
You don't want deviation. That's less is better, less is more, right? So, it has been that we've been able to standardize that income determination process. That has been the biggest gain out of this. Is that, and that they've been able to consolidate that process on a single person, right? And so we don't have all these other people that are doing income. We've got that single person that's doing it. So those have been good lifts in the shops.
That's fantastic. So listen, so what is stopping people? Like, what are the big obstacles that stop someone from implementing, the income plus type product?
It's new, it's not something, if I go in with credit reporting, right? We're already doing credit reporting. You know, I mean, there's nothing, you know, it's a pretty standardized process. See, it's funny, I say that standardized. That's like saying, hey, well, a loan is standardized, right? Credit reporting is, it is a very, there's a lot of touch points. But I rest. I mean, you know, speaking about Income Plus, you know, if you can get folks to see that it is a process improvement, you can get your underwriters to understand that it is, here's the rule set, and it's going to run through this rule set every single time and give you a predictive or a normalized result. You know, that starts to get them off the line, that it's going to be the same every single time. And in the next 3 months, we're going to be releasing we're already doing an update to it where it is going to be specific to loan programs. Right now, it's kind of a universal. The next one's going to be update to loan programs.
Oh, wow.
So we'll have that rule set for different loan programs. And I think, again, that is going to help underwriters who, by training, are skeptical, and purposefully so. You know, that's going to help to get them, you know, I think, off the starting line and start to embrace these tools.
Fantastic. Now, and you've worked with a lot of underwriters that are going through this process. Like, do you find an aha moment? Is there an aha moment that, you know, where the underwriters say, "Oh, yes, I get it"? Like, do you see actually, you know, is there a part of the process or a part of actually, you know, your explanation where like it clicks and the underwriters like that the light goes off?
The messaging. Within Income Plus, you get all of the messaging associated with so the idea with Income Plus is that we're taking TRV 4506T data and VOE data, verification of employment data that you know underwriters and processors and everybody's currently using, and you run that through that rule set. When they see that we're giving them messaging, income's going up, income's going down, up. There's line 17 income. Farm income should be included, income shouldn't be included, et cetera, et cetera. When they start to see that messaging that's associated with it, that is a big turning point. Again, speaking specifically to Income Plus, you know, it's the rubber meets the road moment. And I think when we last talked, we were saying, hey, wow, you know, now all these lenders are starting to see, you know, all of these investments that they've made in POS systems and all of that, they're making money again. You know, it's the rubber meets the road when they can see those messaging and they can see it's running through the tax transcripts. It's that a lot of times is the light bulb moment.
That's awesome. That's fantastic. All right. Very cool. Guys, always great meeting with you. Always love hearing actually about you know, the new innovation stuff that you guys are involved in. Thank you for taking the time to meet with us today.
You got it, Andrew. Thank you much, man.
And I'm Andrew Berman from NP. Thank you for watching.